I was just watching a YouTube about the what is it? The Maestro um, S800, which is the Huawei basically like Maybach competitor. Big, huge, like fucking huge, like Rolls Royce, like that kind of thing where it just like it makes anybody standing next to it look like a child, proportions. Um, and I mean, it just like the level of tech and and luxury on the interior is just fucking bananas, like crazier than literally anything I've ever seen before. It's like $100,000. It's like 100 to 150 grand, but it just looks so outrageous and so over the top. It's pretty
I was
crazy.
looking at the honky what is it? I forgot what it's called. The honky yeah, Goya. It's that huge like
Oh,
limousine thing.
SUV.
No, it's a limousine. It's like here, put it in the chat.
Hi, Matty. Are you there? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that actually looks like it's probably swimming in the same waters as this
Yeah, I think
this
so.
Maestro.
Yeah. It'll be a good car for me.
Yeah, same. I'm pretty into the Maestro. I would fucking rock that.
The
I would.
styling on this. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I would need a driver
Yeah, of
because
course.
the I mean it would be fun to like occasionally tell the driver just to climb in back and just
Yeah.
like to just as like a fun thing. Hey, why don't you
Why do you
live
take the
it?
day?
Yeah, live it up. I'll do the driving today, just like as a treat, because
Yeah.
I'm a benevolent
Man of the people.
yeah.
I
um
This is all part of my regional governor fantasy. The styling is kind of like took me a second to get used to, but I think it's really a nice, like elegant looking car.
yeah, I mean I'm pretty into the Maestro as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
um
It's a different aesthetic, like a little bit more brutalist,
yeah,
but it's really nice looking car.
yeah, the Maestro has a lot of this kind of like the light, like all the lighting stuff has these kind of like this kind of like star
Yeah.
like twinkling stars where it's like they're kind of like randomly um spread across it, so it's just like
Hmm.
this kind of like uh it's not like regular and geometric. It's more kind of like organic looking, but
Yeah.
um it's like the kind of thing that I could imagine in 20 years, just, when half of them don't work or whatever, just like looking so stupid and looking like total shit. But like,
Yeah.
but when it's like brand new, it's like, ooh.
That's like I always whenever I see a car like this, I always imagine finding it in a junkyard in like 30 years.
Right.
I'm
No,
like,
totally. Yeah. I mean, especially with that level of just tech and gadgetry, it's
yeah.
like
It's like,
how much
what's
of
this?
this is going to work even
What
6
was
months
this
from
supposed
now?
to be? What was this
Right.
supposed to be? Oh yeah, okay, I see what they're doing there.
Maddie, can you hear us? Send us a sign. Maddie says thumbs up. we
He's
can't
alive,
we can't see or hear Maddie, but
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 he's out there.
he's present. Um,
We have to use our faith to.
yeah, it's kind of like when you, I don't know, visit your friend who's in a coma, in the hospital, and like, you have to just kind of like take it on faith that they know that you're there.
Yep.
Twinkling heart coming up from Matty. Comatose Matty. Matty's in a computer coma.
This is like my personal relationship with Jesus Christ. My personal relationship with Matty right now.
Yeah.
I don't see or hear him, but I know he's there.
Right. Exactly. It's funny, Matty. I actually did. I mean, for the last week and a half have been laying the groundwork, and then actually successfully completing my first system software update on this computer since I bought it in 2020. And it's weird. I'm kind of shocked that like everything seems to work fine. Like there's like a few of the windows look different on, like, when you go into your settings or whatever, you kind of have to hunt around to find the stuff that you're used to finding in one place. But apart from that, pretty seamless. Shocking, I know. I'm sure I'll discover something that will infuriate me.
I'm actually writing something right now. I don't know if it's going to get published, but it's about Apple CarPlay and just like the kind of intuitification of Apple and how bad everything's gotten. I think like I reluctantly got a new iPhone, whatever, a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And just the amount of stuff on there that's like seems like kind of half considered or like not considered, and it's just shocking to me. Like that company, their whole thing used to be like UI, UX, and like we're not going to be the most hardware forward company, but everything fucking works. It's reliable. You don't have to think about it. And it's like that is just very much not the case anymore. Like the stuff does not work reliably.
Yeah, interesting. I will say that I did poke around online before updating my system software, and based on what people were saying, I updated to like 2 OSs ago. I'm not running the current one because that apparently that was the last one. It's like Sonoma or whatever. That was the last one before they started just shoving like AI shit into it. You know, like AI helpers or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that one sounds good. I'm gonna go with So I'm still running an obsolete OS, but it seems to be working all right. So is the and also my phone is from the same generation as my computer. So have they fucked up CarPlay?
I don't use CarPlay. I don't ever use CarPlay because there's like stuff in CarPlay like having to hit 2 buttons like once you've selected a destination in the nav, like you have to hit 2 additional buttons to make it go, which is just like, it's like little things like that are just like, okay, no, this is not, like the person who designed this has never been in a car before. Yeah. And like
I don't ever use the Apple. I don't use Apple Maps. I use Google if I'm on the computer, and I use I use Waze in the car. It's like the one thing that I can never be fully BDS about because Waze just has saved me from so many fucking tickets.
I think it's now integrated into Google Maps too. So like,
oh, is that right?
Just use Google Maps. Yeah.
But you're still using it.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the branding on it. You can delete the app.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it feels like you're still implicated if
you're cheating for sure. But it's not as you're like creating rules around what you do. It's like one of those religious tricks, where it's like, oh no, you actually can do that. You just have to do it through a hole in the sheet, or like
you're soaking or whatever.
There's an upright.
the Mormon
There's
thing.
an Upright Citizens Brigade skit from a long time ago where Matt Besser determines that he actually can eat pork, but he just has to do it through a hole in a sheet. It's like eating ribs through a hole in a sheet. Uh,
Oh my god.
it's pretty
Um,
good.
yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day who was talking about how like their wife has like he wanted to buy a new car, but his wife won't give up her old Prius or whatever um because she doesn't like because she loves the nav that's in that car and she doesn't like the nav in the new one.
Hmm.
And I was just so confused like listening to it because I'm just like who like to me the idea of using the native nav in any given car
Yeah.
is just completely alien. It's like not something I've ever done. I've always just used Waze. And I mean I get it like in the case of the Rivian because then it
Hmm.
has like the kind of like managing the um
Charging and stuff.
like finding chargers and range and doing all that stuff, being able to kind of like direct you to a charger on a trip and kind of minimize your charging time or whatever. That
Yeah.
makes sense to me. But I mean, if you're just driving it like a regular car, it's like I don't. Why would you use And most of the time, it's just like the I mean, in my experience, anyways, which is pretty limited, especially recently. I would guess that this stuff has improved, but it's always just been very clunky, just like inputting destinations or whatever. Um, so I just never bothered.
Yeah. The Rivian one is I think like the example for me of like it actually can like I think like the point I'm trying to make with this story that I don't know if I'll ever even finish, but like is like
I want to read it. I'm curious to read it, so you should finish it.
okay, but like the UX UI ground that Apple like used to occupy has been ceded, and I
Yeah.
think like the idea that 20 years ago I think it was the case that automakers could not compete there and they could not produce something as good, but it's like I think Rivian and a couple others kind of proved that like you kind of can. It's
Hmm.
like maybe Rivian, like maybe car companies who have like some experience using and living with cars are better kind of suited than companies like Apple, where like if you were to tell me based on my iPhone that no one who works at Apple has ever seen a car in person, I would totally buy it. Uh, I think that's totally
Well,
plausible.
they're all just taking Ubers,
Yeah, or Waymo's. Yeah,
right? Um, yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's like GM doing the whole like no CarPlay
CarPlay.
integration. Like we're gonna force you to use our native
Yeah,
um, kind of software systems. Um, I'm so conflicted about that because on the one hand, I love like somebody being like big enough and just fuck you enough just to just
yeah,
to be like just to say no to Apple.
yeah,
Um, on the other hand, um, as somebody who likes my ways and and likes and is just like used to CarPlay and have I don't have any problem with it or have never had any particular problem with it. Like the idea of just kind of like having to learn some other thing just to do like dumb shit like fucking turn on the air conditioning or whatever. Um, that's really annoying to me.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm in the market anyways, but
yeah.
all
I mean,
hypothetical.
the like BMW or like GM doing that is about like the data thing. It's like about not sharing their data with Apple and like not
Yeah.
So like that
But
part of it's
but
kind of
it's not because they're ideologically opposed to
no.
to hoarding your data. It's just they want it for themselves, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's, I mean, it's like, and I get that from a business standpoint. It's like if you're
Yeah.
going to go through all the trouble of doing it, like why would you give it to Apple? And it's also like Apple already has whatever 9/10 of that. They don't have like maybe your like braking and steering behaviors, but like
Right.
the phone is in your pocket when you're
Exactly.
in the car. So
They
like,
know where you're going.
yeah, and they know what you do when you get out of the car too. So like
Yep.
the that part of it I get, but I also think like the I do think like it's just like GM can do better than Apple at UI UX. Like I think like I just like I said the experience with Apple products like the one that didn't get me thinking about this, but like last night. So at night I have downtime set up, which is like you know all your messages are silenced,
Oh,
and
sure.
then like
Yeah.
but it doesn't work. So like certain apps will just stay on despite the fact that I have them turned off. And then like I have
Did it do that with earlier with like your older phone?
no.
Oh, okay.
This
So it's
is,
just the new one is not respecting your downtime boundaries.
some of them like some of it still works, and then there's like this like there's a selection like you can do like okay, I always want access to these apps, and you like select a group of apps,
Right.
which like I went to try to find Safari because I was like, you know, I just want to be able to read or whatever.
Yeah.
Safari's not on the list anywhere. You can't enable or disable Safari. Just not. It's like I don't know if it's an oversight or what. So like during downtime, you can access Safari, but you can't access any websites. So like if you pull up Safari, it'll say, "Yo, you're over your limit for Safari today," and it's like
What the
you have to
fuck?
dismiss it. It's really strange. And then like, so finally, and this is like the sign of how bad things have gotten with Apple. Like how often I do this, where it's like I Googled the problem, where it's like, hey,
Right.
this doesn't make sense or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the number one result that I got is a guy in the like what are Apple user forums, like the official ones, saying like, "Oh no, this is how it's supposed to be." Like but it's like completely nonsensical. There's all kinds of like, it's like why would you be able to access Safari but not open any websites? It's like, it's a very like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're out of the message I got was you're out of time for Google.com today. You've used too much Google.com today.
Based upon like your self-imposed limit or a
But that's the
limit that
thing is
it's
like you can't adjust the limit for Safari. It's just
what the fuck?
it's like a bug. Like there's no, you know what I mean?
God,
It's not
that's
like
maddening. Man.
yeah. It's like
I have to keep my 5-year-old phone forever now too.
yeah. It's I mean, but that's the thing is like you wish you could do that, but they'll start.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Changing your battery life. I mean, the
Yep.
thing that got me is like both iPhones, the speaker, like the actual like voice speaker, headset speaker, just stopped working at the same time, which is like there's no our phones are 4 generations apart. They're both like in pristine shape. There's no hardware reason for that to happen. It's just like they needed to get a new phone. Like,
Maybe it was a solar flare. There's been a lot of that stuff going on.
just burned up that one.
Could have just knocked you guys
speaker.
both out.
Yep. Yeah. So there's that. There's like there's little things like Apple the way they do like their Bluetooth logic, where it's like in my 1995 Ford F-150, there's like a old Bluetooth headset or a head unit, and you can tell it not to automatically connect to Bluetooth, because like there will be a time where I have my headphones on and I'm using the chainsaw or whatever, and I hop in the truck to move it. I don't want it to automatically connect to the Bluetooth system. Like that makes sense. But Apple, like on the iPhone, you can't do that. You can't select different Bluetooth devices and say like connect automatically or don't connect automatically.
Yeah.
So my experience of using my AirPods or whatever is walking past the Rivian,
Right.
or near enough to the Rivian and having it connect to the Rivian.
Right. Yeah, you've talked about that before.
Or like having it connect to the Bluetooth in my shop, like just because I'm close enough to the shop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, why would that be? Like, what conceivable use case? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
and it's just stupid shit like that where it's like, have you ever fucking used these products at all? Like, have you ever thought about like who?
Well, dude, why do you think I'm still on fucking wired earbuds?
Yeah,
Like, I fucking hate Bluetooth so much.
yeah, I know. It's really annoying. It's just like, this is just not a company that cares at all about the experience of their users. They care about like finding ways to extract money
No,
from
of
you
course.
and like make you pay for subscriptions and stuff. But it's
Right.
like, anyway, the idea that they're the be all end all of like, digital user experience or whatever, that's not plausible to me anymore. And
Yeah.
I don't think there's a car maker out there who can't do it better. And I like the Huawei stuff. Like Kevin Williams sends me like screenshots of like the in-car, whatever infotainment systems in Chinese cars.
Right.
And they're so good and intuitive. That's like,
Yeah.
they're in Chinese and I'm like, oh, I know how to use this.
It's more,
Like there's
the Chinese the Chinese characters are more more legible to you than
it's like I could get it and use this car with no problem. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I don't.
I do. I was just gonna say, I do love that at this whole time that we've been griping about just the unusability of Apple interfaces. The last note in the last thing that we've heard from Matty in the text thread from like 15 minutes ago is just him saying, "Windows Audio Device Manager, I'll kill us both."
Yeah.
So it would seem that Microsoft partisans might be experiencing something not dissimilar to us over here in Apple world. Matty says, "Let me out."
that is the thing too, is that like it is not, there's not an alternative.
Right.
There's nowhere to go. And that's like, I years and years ago, because I was so mad at my iPhone, I bought a Google Pixel phone.
Yeah.
And it was worse.
I've thought about doing, that's the thing. I've thought about doing that. And every time I mention it to somebody, they just shake their head. It's like, you're just buying yourself a different set of
Problems.
headaches. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's so, it is crazy to me. I mean, it's like, it is a great example of the Cory Doctorow like enshittification thing, but it's just like, just everything is bad. It's like, and it's bad in like a way of just like, oh, we don't care. Did you see the this is Matty, without Matty's guidance, this is really going off the fucking rails this episode. But did you see the Mad Men thing?
No.
So
I've never watched Mad Men.
I haven't either.
Okay.
But it's a great.
Oh, I know what it is. Yes. Wow, all three of us. Matty's chiming in to say he's also never watched Mad Men. That's rare for there to be a plurality of or a quorum of more than two people who have never seen Mad Men. In my experience,
I think I'm pretty reliable. I've never seen that TV show person, because I have my weird terror about watching TV shows and the time commitment that it's involved.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have like whenever people are like, oh, you should watch this TV show, which like there's a bunch of shows that I think I genuinely probably would like, but I have I'm a completionist. Is that the thing where it's like,
Sure.
if I start something, I have to finish it?
Yeah.
And so I always psych myself out. It's like, if you watch one episode of this, you're watching 100 hours of this show, and I'm always like,
oh, you can. I mean, you can dip out at any time. The thing, like I
can't.
I pretty rarely do it on my own. I mean, I would say almost never.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more of like a thing. It's like finding something that both my wife and I like enjoy together, and then it becomes like like a thing that we do together, and
Yeah.
and then it's kind of just like an excuse to just like hang out, sit on the couch, and watch our show, and
Yeah.
and then that becomes just like a regular thing until the show is exhausted.
That might be good advice. That might be helpful for me to have
Yeah,
a
but
thing
it's
that
but the range of stuff that we're both into is pretty is pretty narrow. It's like we've found a handful of those shows over the years, and it's like she likes kind of like like crime stuff, and I like kind of spy stuff, or whatever. And so something like The Americans we were both pretty into, which is like that like show about like the Soviet spy couple, like in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
80s. And which I enjoyed because I could like root for them. Like as they're just like killing people. So like, yes. Or just like fucking Better Call Saul, or shit like that.
Yeah. So the Mad Men thing,
Yes.
it's a great whatever American TV prestige TV drama. Maybe one of the greatest TV shows ever, I think by many estimations.
Many people are
Again,
saying it.
Many people are saying it on in 4K. It's like a new master or whatever of the
Mad
show.
Men remastered. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like in a really shitty, like it's not color corrected. It's like at a really dull, whatever color scale. But the thing that was making the rounds yesterday is when they reformatted it, there's like all these shots that are wider than they're intended to be. And in one of them, one of the characters throws up, and clearly visible in the shot is a man holding a pumping device with a hose running up to behind the guy. It is like schlocky, like it's like seeing the boom mic in like Evil Dead 2 or whatever.
Right.
It's like, but it's like it is. There's just a dude in jeans and a t-shirt operating this device in the scene, and it's like that's currently the version of Mad Men that is on HBO right now, and it's like
Matty just said the screen cap. It's like totally takes you out of it, man. It's like, wait a minute, that guy's not dressed like he's in 1962.
And
What the
why
fuck?
why does he have a throw up machine? There's two guys in
They
the
didn't have
screenshot.
ball caps like that in 1959.
But it's like, and there's another, like in the actual video of it, there's you can see there's like a big towel or something on the floor, so like they don't ruin the carpet. But it's like, again, the enshittification. It's just like nobody watched it. Nobody, HBO Max, whatever. That's $100 million.
That's so
billion
funny.
dollar
So
like
it's
nobody.
it's quote unquote remastered, but really it's just like, yeah, just shove the raw files. Just send the raw files. It's fine.
Don't even
They
edit
won't-
it.
They won't know the difference. These
Don't even
fucking
edit it, yeah.
morons. That's so
But it's-
funny.
It's so gross. and it's so-
I'm gonna watch all of Mad Men, but I'm only
Yeah.
gonna watch that version.
for the it's so just yeah.
Maddie says it's like if Tired Pod Remastered was just everyone's WAV files from,
Yeah.
from the Google Drive.
Yeah. You have to try to sync them up yourself.
Right. You have to listen to each of our solo recordings one at a time.
Yeah.
And
It's like
kind of imagine
that,
you put
the
it together
Flaming Lips-
later in your mind.
the Flaming Lips
exactly.
album, Zyreeka.
The Zyreeka, yes.
first you got to buy 4 stereos. But yeah, that's like the Apple thing. That's like everybody's thing where it's just like, fuck it, who cares? But it's like, I've produced my share of like, fuck it, who cares content over the years. I think like learning how to do stuff or like being super underfunded or or trying to figure it out. But it's like it, it's it doesn't bother me if it's a DIY effort and you can like hear the whatever pivot in the kick drum squeaking a little bit, because it's like, okay. But it's like you're HBO and you're Apple, and it's like you already have all my money, and I'm paying you. Right. Not only did I pay you $1,000 for this phone, but I'm paying you like a monthly fee to use it because it doesn't work without iCloud or whatever.
You're this company with like the largest capitalization like of any fucking corporation in the world.
It's like,
you know?
No,
it's like
I'm
you
sorry.
have like the wealth of like multiple nations, you know, like mid-sized nations.
And the standard for me at that point is it has to be perfect. Like it has to be absolutely perfect. Anything less, anything where it's like, oh, we didn't think of that. It's like, fuck you didn't think of that. You don't have enough people working for you then. It's like you know what I mean? It's like there's no excuse, and I have no sympathy. And I also think like too, the whole Cory Doctorow's thing, the whole identification thing is right. It's like people get so focused on how do you extract every last penny out of this that like they completely ignore the questions of like how do you make this worth using in the first place. And it's like but they got you.
But yeah, well that's the thing, is because we're all trapped in these you know, these environments or systems or whatever that like they've made it like literally just functionally impossible to live without them, you know. I mean, in the case of like your computer or your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I've pushed down that road before. Like, you know, I got the dumb phone and I've like, you know, tried to do the phone free thing or whatever, but it's like just paying for anything, parking, like anything that I do does require almost does require phone access.
Yeah. Well, and it's wild. I mean, now kind of the proliferation of just like digital pay things, you know, where you you just, you know, you use your phone. I mean, like there are like, and that's something that I've just kind of like recently started doing, you know. I mean, I was still pulling out my fucking credit card and you know, tapping it or whatever, like up until like a year ago. Because I'm fucking old. But it's like, but I just, you know, recently started doing the phone thing, and it's like, oh, this is convenient and it's nice or whatever. But then I've been in like lots of places, like, you know, like when you go to like a big arena show now, or like to a like a lot of events, you know, like at the Indy 500, you know, or whatever, like races or whatever. It's like, you know, a lot of big events now are just cashless events. Yeah. So you know, if you want to buy a fucking drink, like a bottle of water or whatever, like you need your phone, and it's like it's like, and I'm always just like, oh, this is so easy, this is so convenient, you know. Like when I was at Bathurst, it was that, you know, it was just like and it was just like, oh, this is, you know, where like usually when you're in another country, like money, you know, historically has always been like, kind of like you have to think more about it, you know, because you're dealing in a different currency or whatever. Whereas this was just like, fucking whatever, this is great. But then like you think about like the implications of that, of like, okay, well, what about like sending your kid to the store, like when they're fucking, you know, 7, just like buy a fucking candy bar for themselves or whatever. Or like, and just like, you know, people who don't have access, you know, I mean, it's like you talk about cashless society stuff, and it's definitely moving in that direction. But it's like, what happens to, you know, people who you know, don't have access to a fucking $1,000 cell phone? Or I guess, I mean, there are cheaper cell phones, obviously, but that's like, I mean, the fact that is like a baseline necessity to just be you know, participate in society at any, just like as an economic actor, like at the most fucking fundamental level, to buy food.
And think about too, like how, you know, whatever the 10-year-old phone that you're using at that point too. It's like nothing fucking works. You're constantly having to reboot, reset. The screen's all fucking. It's why, and this is like everyone's been talking about this, and this is like been out there forever. But like the fantasies about like societal collapse or whatever just get so much more, more and more. Although I will say, I think like that has kind of tempered. Like in the last year, I think like, as things do kind of accelerate towards collapse, I think like people are like, you know what? maybe the road, maybe the road doesn't look as good as it did when it came out. The road's probably a bad example of it. It's somewhat more bleak than a lot of them, but yeah, I just it's a bummer. The other day, Fern sent me a 1991 Toyota FJ80 in New Hampshire that is like burnt out, and it was like a Facebook Marketplace. The fucking paint is all totally burned off. Like looks decent inside, and it's not super rusty, and it's $8,500. And I was like, God damn it! Like if
burned out in a literal sense. Like was it in a fire?
No,
or just
like
figuratively,
just tired. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, it's still up. Oh, it's sold. I mean, it was gonna sell right away, but it's like sitting in the Rivian looking at this, I was like, this is.
That's the thing. The appeal, like in that. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks fucking great. Yeah. I mean, the appeal of just purely mechanical things just becomes that much greater.
Yeah. It's just like I can touch all the stuff on it,
and just like the fact of like just like I think about it in terms of just like I want a car like with a key, like with a fucking physical key. I want a car that like does not know where I am, does not know where it is, and is not reporting my location to anybody else. You know.
Taking it even more far afield from Tired Pod. What's the name of the pod, Peter?
Matty did ask a while back in the chat. The pod is tired. The car podcast for people who understand that cars are bad. With your friends Rory Carroll, Matty Riley, who's off screen and off mic today, but with us in spirit and in the chat.
Maddie and me, making horrified edit notes right now, trying to figure out how this is actually going to turn into an episode.
Thumbs up, floating
it's like,
emojis.
Fuck. No.
Is there any car stuff we wanted to talk about explicitly? Stuff?
We started talking about wagons. I mean, I think you have that thing about the Genesis G90 wingback.
Yeah, so I just it's funny, like in the chat yesterday we're like, oh, should we record tomorrow? And I was like, I want to talk about wagons, and I just kind of offhandedly said, Rory, I could probably spin up a few hundred words about that Genesis thing if I mean, Alloy already ran like a feature about it explicitly, but I kind of had some additional thoughts, and Rory gave me the thumbs up, and so that turned into like 1,300 words and me spending all day yesterday running about. But there was a quote in that story from Luc Donkervelke, the Peruvian Belgian creative. What's his title?
He's like the main guy.
He's like the head of design for like the whole Hyundai group, and like he's like the boss at Genesis, like chief creative officer. That's what it is. He's a CCO, and he has designed over the years like stuff like aughts Lamborghinis and like the Audi A2, which is a super cool, cute little turn of the century um, kind of people mover ish compact thing that you should look up if you're not familiar. Um, and also my Hyundai Elantra. He is credited, or at least that was
Under his watch.
Yeah. Um, a design that I have to say has grown on me to a degree that
Oh
I
yeah,
had not expected. Like I did not
I
like that
think it's
car
a
when
really
it
pretty
first
car.
came out. Um, but like I kind of get it now. Anyway, he said something about that. So I feel like we mentioned this an episode or two ago about the Genesis did this reveal of like their new Magma, which is their performance division, their kind of inaugural uh, little cute ute hot rod. But they also rolled out like this mid-engine sports car and like this incredibly sinister and sexy looking big station wagon based on their existing G90 kind of luxury car, big kind of four door Mercedes S class competitor. Um, and this wagon is just like spectacular. So it's called the Wingback, and it's just a concept car, but it looks like, and they actually kind of said, yeah, we could build this, and we probably will, it just in limited numbers. um and there was a quote from Don Gravelka basically saying something to the effect of like uh fuck, let me find it so I don't because it just it's a little bit innocuous on its face. um but I read, he said, with SUVs becoming commodities, other typologies will become interesting again. Um, and to me, in the context of station wagon, um, uh, that was really interesting because I am a lover of station wagons. I've owned a bunch of them over the years. I wish that I still owned one. Um, I think it's like just a superior automotive format. Like just combines the virtues of a lot of other different types of cars. um, and um, with very little like penalty or compromise. um, and but it got me thinking about like kind of just the history of station wagons, how for much of kind of, I mean, kind of post-war U.S. Car world, um, they were really they were a big, they were the kind of default family
Car.
car.
Yeah.
In a way that like compact SUV or CUV is now, like your Honda HRV or CRV or whatever, or Toyota RAV4, um, and it's like, well, what happened? so
Yeah.
so I ended up writing this thing about that, um, but I just thought it would be fun to maybe spend a little bit of time just talking about wagons.
I have never owned a wagon.
Really?
It's like, yeah, I think I've owned literally every automotive form factor except a wagon at this. Yeah, that's true. I've owned every
Wow.
single. I've had minivans, SUVs, sports cars, sports sedan, hatchbacks, um, pickup truck, um, like a Jeep, like a
Yeah.
tractor,
Yeah.
but never had a wagon. I actually, like, reading this article yesterday has got me thinking about like maybe that time has come for me. I think like my my previous, like the reason I hadn't before is because I do so much dumb trucky stuff where it's like I need to tow something or I need uh to like last, I don't know if you saw the picture when I cut down like 200 walnut trees in the yard, and then
No.
there's a I'll find the photo of it, but there's a picture, the walnut trees that like kind of overgrow everywhere. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I cut down, literally, I did this twice. I filled the pickup so full with them that you could not see the pickup, and I had to crawl in through a window on the passenger side to get into the car.
What?
It was like
Wait, how,
it looked,
how big are these trees?
I mean, they're 20, 30 feet.
Oh, they're huge. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like you're chopping down these big giant trees and then like chopping them up and
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
them in the truck. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
no, I'm putting them in whole.
A 20-foot fucking tree.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you can't see the tree. I'll show you that here. Hold on.
Trying to picture this.
It's really a horrifying picture. But anyway, it's like I previously like would have used the GX in a trailer to do that.
Right.
But I don't use the Rivian for that stuff now, and it falls to the pickup. I have the F-150, so I really could get away with a wagon at this point. I think in a way that probably I couldn't have previously. So like maybe now's the time. I also am probably more broke than I've been in my adult life, so that kind of puts a wrinkle on things. But it is extremely appealing, and I will say too, like there was a long period where I didn't get it, where like I didn't really understand, what the appeal of a wagon was, and then I had kids, and I was like, oh, okay, that's exactly the appeal. It's like dog luggage in the back, kids in the middle, and not the huge penalty of dragging around a full size SUV. Like it's pretty obvious. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can find
I mean,
these.
it's basically, I mean, the thing about a wagon is it's basically just, it's a car. It's a normal car.
Yeah.
It's a sedan. But just, you draw a straight line back from, from the roof to the back of the car. And what that does is it buys you just like, just an exponentially larger, carrying capacity, and that space is super versatile because it's just completely open,
Yeah.
so you can stack shit or whatever, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
It's like there's no weight. I mean, negligible weight penalty, efficiency, and it just it drives just like a normal car, versus like an SUV. It's like you keep your kind of your low center of gravity. You don't. Oh my god, dude! It just looks like you backed up into a tree, into like a grove. That's
All the
hilarious.
walnut trees.
That's amazing.
Matty, I'll send these for the listeners so you can.
No
Sorry.
doubt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just like to me, it's kind of, it's like the best of all worlds, obviously there are more extreme use cases. And I do point out in the story that it's like, I mean, the thing that initially knocked the station wagon off its perch was the minivan, which
Yeah.
like starting in the 80s with the Chrysler, minivans, which were kind of a revolutionary vehicle at the time, because I mean, small vans had existed before, but this is the first time that anybody had done it like just
On a car platform.
yeah, just like, front wheel drive, transverse engine, just opens up the packaging a ton, and it drives just like a normal car. And so that does, it's basically just a tall station wagon, but that additional height does, when you have small children, it definitely makes your life easier when you're having to strap them in or whatever. But like that's the one advantage of a minivan over over a wagon. It does buy you some extra space, but it and like I say, I mean, there are more extreme use cases where, I mean, obviously it's not going to do everything that a fucking pickup truck can do, or like
It'll
if
do
you,
9/10 of it though.
well, that's the thing, is like, yeah, I mean, for most people, they're just, who are just using their pickup truck to like the most fucking
Go to Home Depot
extreme thing
or
that they ever do with it is just like throw a bunch of fertilizer in the back or whatever, like a bunch of sacks of mulch or something.
yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, I need my pickup for this.
the Fun
It's
50.
like,
Yeah,
bro, you could just fucking do, like all of that would fit
yeah.
in your wagon, and the one, I mean, I didn't talk at all about my personal wagon experience. It's not like huge, but I did have that Peugeot for a while, which was a 505 wagon from the 80s, total sweetheart of a car, and I did that I left in Charlotte at this place that I mean, it was
Technically,
like
still do own it.
2000. Yeah, I mean, I still hold the title to it. I did look recently, kind of with the semi intent of looking into it. The place that I left it at no longer exists.
Oh, well, so it's around somewhere. So now you have a claim to it. You can go get it. It's probably somewhere.
I think it's probably in a junkyard.
Junkyard. Yeah.
But yeah, R.I.P. But I mean, super slow. But its slowness kind of imposed on you like this kind of like this kind of stately, mean. Like there's no point in trying to hustle it. But it rode incredibly. Best ride of any car I've ever owned. Would just swallow fucking speed bumps. Like you didn't have to slow down at all, which is super fun. And I mean, yeah, huge carrying capacity. The wagons are actually different from the sedans in that they have I think a slightly longer wheelbase and a solid axle. Didn't have independent rear suspension, solid axle, so that as you load the car up, it doesn't change the rear
geometry.
suspension geometry, which is pretty smart. And actually kind of like a fun car just to like to corner, drive like a little bit fast, like cornering wise. I mean, it's very, just a fucking great vehicle. Had a couple of Saab 9.5, like 2000s era, GM era, big wagons that, both, ended sadly, but while I had them, fucking incredible, just like a great fucking car that completely like forced me to reconsider my anti-GM era Saab opinions, and still to this day, like drive that I did from here in Rochester to I guess Memphis to make album that became Getting Into Knives, right? Mountain Goats album. One of the best drives like of my life, because I did that. It was like 15 hours nonstop, but like I think I averaged, like with stops and not trying to set a speed record or whatever. I was I was just sitting down to eat, not driving while I was eating, taking regular bathroom breaks, not pushing it in that way. But like with stops, I averaged, I think, better than 70 miles an hour. So I was fucking hauling ass the whole way. I mean, it was fucking awesome. That car was such just a great long range, high speed bomber, man. And just, would fit so much shit in the back. So comfortable, so fast. And then I had like my little Mazda Protege 5 for a while, which was like total opposite. Just like I realized after a few days of driving, it's like, oh no, the car that I've owned before that this reminds me of is my fucking Miata. Actually, it had that kind of baked in
character.
Mazda, just super direct steering, very quick and responsive. Again, not particularly fast, but really just sprightly and tossable and fun, and almost like it's kind of like a quasi wagon. There's not a ton of space behind the rear seat. It's like a short wagon, but longer than just like a hatchback, and or what I generally think of that way. So like a mini wagon, but yeah, just a great, just versatile and friendly car that I enjoyed for a number of years. Yeah, all of these cars, like the thing that happened was, we made this move to minivans, kind of supplanted the station wagon. The thing is, like, station wagons just became unhip. It's like, when the minivan came along, everybody flocked to that because they didn't want to be driving around the same car that their parents drove, because that's not cool. And then the same thing happened a generation later with SUVs. And, as you point out, Rory, with the cafe stuff, pushing everybody in the direction of trucks anyways.
We should really get into that in an episode. I think that was like
totally
a formative moment for me, like understanding cars is like, I remember writing.
It completely transformed the automotive landscape in this country, like to this day, in ways that were bad. It's like this kind of well-meaning legislation that just like that they fucked up.
That's the really interesting story, because I think, like, I remember writing a story about wagons and minivans, as opposed to SUVs, and I was like super kind of annoyed at, like, why are we doing these crossovers? They're like worse at everything than minivans and wagons. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why is this? And I posted it, I think, on like the old Kinja thing, where like you could post an article, post your own content or whatever. And this is like very new in my journalism career, and it, like, Derek Kreindler, who was a Jalopnik contributor and who was writing for Truth About Cars, posted this very smart guy, but posted this this post that I shared with Peter yesterday about, like, why that happened from a regulatory standpoint. And it basically, like, and this is like a great kind of like capsule view of like American politics, because it's like the CAFE standards, corporate average fuel economy standards. Theoretically, the idea here is to create a minimum fuel economy standard so that cars become more fuel efficient. And what it actually did is, because like everything in the United States, as soon as you open up that lawmaking process, it gets hijacked by lobbyists and interest groups. And so, like, it became basically a way to incentivize larger and less fuel efficient cars and give an advantage to American automakers who were dependent on pickups over foreign automakers who were selling smaller, more fuel efficient cars. So, like, our corporate average fuel economy system in the US disincentivizes wagons and minivans, which are actually more fuel efficient, in favor of larger, less efficient vehicles.
Because they did this two-tiered thing where basically
a light truck has a lower standard.
Obviously trucks are going to be less efficient, and we do, there is a need for trucks, so manufacturers shouldn't be penalized for supplying that need or whatever. And trucks were held to a less efficient standard than regular cars. But of course, what that what that incentivizes manufacturers to do is just turn everything into a truck, because now we can get away with having them be less efficient, and it doesn't impact our average, our corporate average fuel economy standard that we're forced to meet, or else pay penalties. So that's why, starting in the 90s, everything became a fucking SUV. That's why you got the Ford Explorer, and that's why you've got like the Chevy Tahoe, and those became those effectively like replaced station wagons and minivans.
The best example in Kreindler's story is the PT Cruiser, which was
Right.
considered a light truck. It's like neon based.
Right.
It is a car for all the world. It is a car.
Right.
But if you have two like off-road features, you can consider it a light truck from
Right.
EPA standpoint. And
It's
it's
like
oh,
so arbitrary and stupid.
yeah. And it's like, and that's like credit where it's due. It's funny because like, you know, as fuel economy standards became tighter over time, you did see SUVs with like cladding and like some kind of like off-roady type features get lower and longer to the point where now like a lot of compact SUVs, like the Nissan Leaf is a great example, but like there's a lot of them
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, that's a fucking car. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
SUV like.
Well, the
it's
thing
like,
is, I mean,
it's
forever.
up to the middle of my chest.
Right.
Like it's not
like,
a car.
The
Or
thing
not a-
for me is just like forever, I've just been saying, you guys, it's just a fucking station wagon. It's just
Yeah.
a station wagon jacked up by 2 inches and
Yeah.
with some fucking stupid stickers on it and some fucking like plastic around the wheel arches.
But
It's
without
literally
the
a
plastic,
station wagon.
without the plastic and at a normal ride height, you would be more fuel efficient.
Exactly.
That's the irony,
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a wagon except dumber. So it drives me crazy. But the
You got to sign off.
I do in a minute, yeah. But I guess we can conclude by just saying that, like, to me, that Donkervelka quote, it gave me hope, because the idea that SUVs have become so ubiquitous that they have really become, you know, like they're just the standard. They're the commodity car, right? It's not an aspirational thing in any way anymore. And it's not cool. And just like in the last year, you've had this thing where like BMW M5, the fucking wagons are outselling the sedans, which is like completely unforeseen, unprecedented. You've got the Audi RS6 Avant,
RS6,
hot rod Audi, which is on its like outgoing year this year, but sales of that thing are through the roof. And so I feel like there is kind of, and that's what I think what Genesis is responding to with this wingback of just saying, well, yeah, we could do one of these too. And
It's
and
like
the idea,
it's a subversive. It's like a car for perverts now.
yeah,
Like, that's the
exactly.
thing, yeah.
Right. And the thing is, like, if the way, and it's been so long, like that stigma, I think that existed around station wagons, like, you know, in the 80s, you know, where nobody wanted to be associated with their parents or whatever. Most of the car buying public at this point, they're not fucking old enough to remember that anyway. And nobody gives a shit. You know, it's like most people don't even, like, wagons don't even figure in their, you know, like they don't even, it doesn't even occur to them. Like, what's a wagon? And so the idea that, like, of reintroducing the idea, the concept of the station wagon into the you know, consumer consciousness with these cars, these like really appealing, sexy, premium, prestige, expensive. I mean, that's the thing with that fucking Genesis, man. It just looks fast and it looks expensive.
Yeah.
And I think that's great, because what it does is it plants this seed of just like, oh no, station wagons are like this kind of aspirational thing, and maybe it opens up some space for manufacturers to actually you know, to create demand down market, where you know, maybe, you know, normal you know, people who aren't in a market for a $6-figure car. But you know, it's like, hey, if there's a fucking, you know, $50,000 like Camry wagon that I can buy that like looks cool and like gives me all this like extra space and stuff, it's like, why wouldn't I fucking buy that? You know, it's like, I'd love to see that, man. I'd love, God, if I could fucking buy an Elantra N station wagon, Jesus fucking Christ, in a second. And the thing, like, when I was in fucking Australia, I couldn't believe it. There are fucking current generation Subaru WRX station wagons that they get in other fucking parts of the world that we don't get here. Like, what the fuck? Why do we not get that?
It's a regulatory thing. It's like
stupid.
Yeah, it's like there's no incentive for an automaker to sell that car.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I got to dip out, but
Stay tired.
stay tired, friends.
Matty, you can cut in you saying "stay tired" from a previous episode.
Yes, yeah. Feel free to dub yourself in at any point, Matty. You can kind of
Yeah, you're in charge.
yeah, you're the boss.
All right.
All right, awesome. See
See you
you guys
boys.
later. Yep.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.